Okay, welcome back. And I was indeed missing how this mechanic works, or at least one aspect of it. I was solely working around the pause points and forgetting about the fact that it does just record what I'm doing, so if I stand still on a pressure plate for an amount of time, the recording will also stand still. And second, this now comes off. I reset and now it comes off. Maybe it just doesn't come off if I've got the recording going for some reason. I guess technically because it's on, but I've taken them off when it's been on before, so I think maybe it just had a bug for some reason. So I'm going to test this real quick. Yeah, so that was also just broken, so no wonder I couldn't get this puzzle done. Anyway, so without further ado, let's see about getting this done. I think I want to start this off. Start with that off too. Oop. My phone just fell into my lap. So let's record for a bit. I've got 5 minutes of record time to play with. That probably should have been a hint in and of itself. Let's leave this just depressed for a while. Alright, so now let's get this here. Let's get this here. Let's get this here. Let's wait a few seconds so I have more time to run through when I'm done with this. Let's wait on here for a few seconds. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, I didn't... I was supposed to set on that. My brain. But that was the right order of things to do. So now I'll just wait for this. And let's just reset all this. So let's do that. Let's do that. And let's start that again. So let's give myself some time. I think a lot of this puzzle's mechanics is about patience, just waiting for the recording to give you a lot of time so you can run through and do other things. And then we stand here. Let's give it about 10-15 seconds. Alright, that looks good enough to me. We grab this, hit that, we grab this, we hit that, grab this, we hit that. Hit a pause point just in case, do that. Alright. Grab, 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 grab. I didn't think I needed that much time, to be honest. I think 20 seconds is probably a bit generous. So maybe I'll play it closer to the thing and work backwards. So that's that done. We did that one. And then back at this one, there is a similar mechanic. Because if I can just wait, like using my time wisely and just wait, we can get this better sorted. So if I do that, do this, and we just sit here for a bit. Let's say 15 seconds. Okay, run over here. Oh, so it's quick pause. Oh no, no, is it? I'm overthinking things now. Come on. I had it. Pause point. Alright. Let's turn it off. Grab that. Oh, was it not set up turning that off? Or did I not need to? You know, I think I just screwed up. That should have been turned it off. Let me out, let me out, let me out. So that's, yeah, so that's how that works. Okay. Turn that off. Hit record. So now that that's actually blocking that. Let's try 12 seconds there. Let's wait a bit longer on this one. Alright, let's call that. It's not pausing that. Why isn't it keeping it paused? Am I missing something? Like, maybe I'll just create a pause point. Because I don't know why it's refusing to keep it jammed. I thought it was supposed to continue working. Because let's do this. It's jamming. Okay, we get the jammer. We jam that. we just wait for a bit so I have enough time to run through? 40 sounds good. Then we hit that. Okay, so now it's working. Okay, so for some reason it just stopped jamming for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. Game likes to just give me issues, I guess. What do we have here? We have paint. Yeah, sure. That works. Yeah, nothing in here. Like, knowing now that I don't need to jam. I mean, pause. Every time I see that is a good thing to know. The voice keeps saying that this world is a garden, but all I see is a desert full of ruins. Dog. I mean, fair's fair. Still not quite sure how I'm gonna get the message on top as well as that star. Behind the iron curtain. Alright. I need a blue one to get into there. If I do that, I can do that. That gives me a jump. But I probably want to do this first to get myself an extra thing. Oh, okay. Do I have a play button in here, or is it just... No, it's fan, crystal, and block. Okay. If we do that, we can do that. Then we can do that. Alright. That gives me another block to play with. Which lets me do that. So I probably need a block to put up here. If I do that, is that gonna hit? No, it just doesn't. That gets me up here to another block and another. One of those. What's that got to do with the price of cheese? So I can take this now. I can probably reach that actually. Yeah. Oh. What? Why'd you jump me down? Oh, nearly did it again. Okay, so I've got a connector up here now. Is that to do with that? Can I hit that from here? No. But now what I can do, I haven't actually, I have the fan actually. I need the red to do that. Probably need it higher, to be honest. Where'd I put the fan? Put the fan here. Okay. We got that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit this, hit that. Then we're gonna hit this, hit that here. Okay, that did all that. Now I wonder if there's something else I am missing. So I no longer need to do that, because that's all done now. So let's put everything as much back as we can. Is this the one that I used the blue from? I reckon it might be. Do I have blue? The 4 chambers of flying. I have red in here. That gets me up here. Also lets me sit up there. Whoop. No, that was just a glitch, I guess. Yep, that was just a glitch. So I probably could have broken it if I just stayed up there. Okay, what does this do? Turned that on, but does that. This gives me this. Hang on. I'm getting better at this. I figured out this one in minutes, but where is it all leading? I work, I rest, I work, but to what end? Schmo. We are born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. Samsara. An eternal cycle is another name for a prison. But you must understand the cycle before you can break it. For it is possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This was the fate of the ghost that haunts this world. The Shepherd. Okay, so I got that. This one also locks this up. This brings me here. I need the red to get the sigil. This shunts me over there. Okay. I can shove this into there with this. I need to be able to use this red. I need another. I don't need the jammer. Do I not actually need this? This is a misnomer. Quite possibly. If I do that, that shoves it there. That gives me a jammer. Which I can get everything out. Like so. do that, I can jam it. That shoves me here. Or I could just shove the jammer. I could do that. I could do that. Oop. Net me back. Grab this, shove me here, and do that. Like I didn't actually need anything else. Like this was a misnomer, I guess. I didn't need the light, I just needed the jammer. Unless there's multiple ways to solve it, which could also be true. Why would I need... Oh yeah, I'd use that to get that into there, so I could do things. Right. Okay, so that solves all that. It doesn't help me solve this. Yep, I did that one. That was me. How do I get the star? Like, I have a feeling it is this. And maybe I need to push the fan up? So I grab that, I can do that. I need this open so I could do that, which means I need it on this. Because I need the blue one out. But if I need the blue one out, I need this to stay open somehow. So maybe it isn't this. It can't... Surely it can't be the other one. Maybe I'll look around the map a bit. See if there's anything else I can discover, because I haven't looked behind all this stuff yet. I went out there, but I didn't actually look behind here. Ah. How do I get that? Well, looking has given me more questions. What's here? Computer. Okay, computer. What do you got for me? Oh, comms. Yes. Yes, I'm back. I think something's gone wrong. So the Milton thing blocked me from learning the password. How dare you? Hippocratic Corpus. On the sacred disease, 400 BCE. Men ought to know that from nothing else but the brain come joys, delight, laughter, and sports and sorrows, griefs, despondency, lamentations. And by this, in a special manner, we acquire wisdom and knowledge, and see and hear, and know what are foul and what are fair, what are bad and what are good, what are sweet and what unsavory. Some we discriminate by habit, and some we perceive by their utility. By this we distinguish objects of relish and disrelish, according to the seasons. And the same things do not always please us. And by the same organ we become mad and delirious, and fears and terrors assail us, some by night and some by day, in dreams and untimely wanderings, and cares that are not suitable, and ignorance of present circumstances, desuetude, and unskilfulness. Oof. Chesterton brain. The human brain is a machine for coming to conclusions. If it cannot come to conclusions, it is rusty. When we hear of a man too clever to believe, we are hearing of something having almost the character of a contradiction in terms. It is like hearing of a nail that was too good to hold down a carpet, or a bolt that was too strong to keep a door shut. Man can hardly be defined, after the fashion of Carlyle, as an animal who makes tools. Ants and beavers and many other animals make tools, in the sense that they make an apparatus. Man can be defined as an animal that makes dogmas. As he piles doctrine on doctrine and conclusion on conclusion in the formation of some tremendous scheme of philosophy and religion, he is, in the only legitimate sense of which the expression is capable, becoming more and more human. When he drops one doctrine after another in a refined skepticism, when he declines to tie himself to a system, when he says that he has outgrown definitions, when he says that he disbelieves in finality, when, in his own imagination, he sits as God, holding no form of creed but contemplating all, then he is by that very process sinking slowly backwards into the vagueness of the vagrant animals and the unconsciousness of the grass. Trees have no dogmas. Turnips are singularly broad-minded. Oof. Sorry, drink time. Princeton brain. Archive, 1926 CE to F 5112. Bronstein Lev Davidovich. Some code. The human brain is a product of the development of matter, and at the same time is an instrument for the cognition of this matter. Gradually it adjusts itself to its function, tries to overcome its limitations, creates ever new scientific methods, imagines ever more complex and exact instruments, checks its work again and yet again, step by step penetrates into previously unknown depths, changes our conception of matter without, though, ever breaking away from this basis of all that exists. And some more code. Neuroscience. Physiological history. Volunteer suffered a blood clot during infancy which resulted in a left hemisphere stroke. Expected result. In normal adults, the left hemisphere is used for language and other cognitive functions. Extensive damage to this part of the brain usually results in severe cognitive deficiencies. Observed result. Volunteer is now 17 years old and displays only very subtle cognitive deficiency. MRIs indicate little to no activity in the left hemisphere, suggesting its unusual functions have been taken on by neuron sets in the right. Volunteer's age at the time of the stroke may have helped the brain to adapt. Interesting. I wonder if that is true. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. Alright. Just looked at that. Let's look a bit further around. Alright. We got nothing here. We got nothing here. Just gotta sort out what this is and how to get into it. And how to get up there. Behind the Iron Curtain. Okay. So for now, let's do that. Let's get this back up and running. And let's do this. Maybe I need to time it so I can stand on the box. Yes, okay. And I can take my box and I can bring it out. I wonder if I do want to bring it out or not. Maybe I'll leave it there for now and just worry about this. Because this fan seems to be off. So yeah, I need the box to get up there. Let's do that first. We do this, we do this, we do this. Oop. Haha. There's another fan up here. Interesting. Do I need? Oh, there's a fan thing there. Now if I do this, this is how I get to this. Brilliant. Oh. I'm in a cave. We have the refraction of light. I can use the pyramid. I can stand in this. I used it. Okay, it's just playing Pink Floyd. That's cute. Okay. I'm just gonna look up, see if there's anything else with this. So that's it. It's just gonna play the song, like a rendition of it at least. That's kind of cool, but I'll probably get copyrighted for it, so. Or it's just going to keep doing it, I guess. Oh. Let's go. Well, first I need that fan. Let's put the fan on. Where did I leave the fan? I should have left it just outside of here. Did I leave it around the corner? I have it right in front of the thing. Okay, good job me. Like, at least I didn't leave it somewhere I could not actually see it anymore. Alright, we do this. We can't paint on here, I guess. Let's paint on you. Sure. What are you? I've been running this gauntlet for generations, trying to find the right answers. I am fast coming to the conclusion that there are none. Dog. Okay. So I'm actually going to go back into here. It did reset because I spent too long. I think I want this. Oh, let's just grab this so I can grab this. I think I only need... Oh, yeah, I do need both sensors. Let's put that there. Let's grab this. Let's do that. Let's grab this. Keep connections. Hit that. Put it down. Jump up with this. Aha! You. Blocked by a tree. You. It's on. Okay. I realized I never actually tried to stand on top of that one when I went up it. So now if I do this... I am king of the world. That should be all the puzzles done. Yes, cool. Nothing new in the computer. We are good to go. Like, I am looking up some hints for some of these because I don't want to spend all the recording doing absolutely nothing. Oh no. I don't trust that there's only 3 and they only have connectors to do with them. That seems like it's going to be a trap.
Before the age of chaos, there were other gods, old gods. But for all their power, they could not save their world. Thus, I was made, and I shall preserve this world forever, for you and your generations. That is my purpose.
Like, for that previous star with the... I just looked up that I needed to be in the slightly elevated one, so I'm like, well, I tried the obvious thing, it didn't work. Let's try what I just did before and jump in the box, and that's how I got my answer there. So I didn't look up the answer, I just looked up a hint of how to find the answer. I seek words to describe it, but fail. It is the overwhelming feeling that something on the edge of my understanding is very, very wrong. I feel that I am not meant for this world, but I'm not able to conceptualize alternatives. Lots of symbols. I'm a computer program. You're a computer program. Elohim's a computer program. Get over it. Heisenstein. Well, that's
Nice dark corner. Do we have any writing that's hidden? No. Okay, cool. Computer time. Osiris 11. But why, the dying man said, do the gods put all these challenges before us? Why the walls of iron and the gates of light? Why the abominable demons guarding the path? Why must our heart be judged to be as light as the feather of Mart?
why is the road to Aru so difficult? The scribe considered these words. Some say that once the paths to Aru were open, but too many sinners came, and the gods made the path perilous to keep sin at bay. Others say that, being mortals, we cannot be worthy of Aru unless we walk the path of Osiris, and so become Osiris ourselves. But I believe that Aru could never be reached elsewise, for like the mountain path must be steep, the path to Aru must be fraught with peril. As steepness and mountain are one, so are peril and paradise. They are inextricable. They create each other. There is no one here, so I can't remember what this one was referring to. We've only got 3. So, 1, there's an interesting parallel phrase in the penitential psalms. 2, the scribe appears to be speaking of Osiris. 3, we don't know, and it's also part of me, so we'll have to figure that out later. Once I go through all the text at the end of the game, or close to the end of the game. Progress report 16. Aurora Calvin to the mailing list. This is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line 217 in Data Transfer C. What are those 2 symbols just before the code? That's right. The code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to decommentify it. Commentify it? The hardware isn't broken. Your brains are. Love, Aurora. Trace of life. The whole assembly stood a while silent and collected. Let us return, said Resetlas, from this scene of mortality. How gloomy would be these mansions of the dead to him who did not know that he should never die, that what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think on forever. Archive 1759 CE to F991. Johnson Samuel, Area 506. Homage to you, Osiris, Lord of Eternity, King of the Gods, whose names are manifold, whose forms are holy, you being of hidden form in the temples, whose car is holy. All the gods praise you, for you are the blank. Those that lie here stretched before us, the wise and the powerful of ancient times, warn us to remember the shortness of our present state. They were perhaps snatched away while they were busy, like us, in the choice of life. Not sure what to think on those. B6 is very small, and I said that there was no star here either. I'm not too sure what to think of it. I'm kind of worried that it's going to teach me a whole new mechanic with these crystals that I'm not going to like. What's more pathetic, this shallow construct of a world, this idiot's playground, or that I continue to solve its contrivances for lack of better sport? Dog. There's more to it. Look at what we're doing. We're solving problems, being tested, improving ourselves. Some of us fall early and get replaced, but you and me, we're still going. We're closer to the end. Sheep. But isn't dog a progeny of Samsara, so it's not? And wasn't sheep a progeny of someone else? Egyptian arcade. Okay. We have the bowls again. We have a jammer. don't think they can blow... No, they can't, because we saw them bumping into each other before. Okay. Whoop. Relax. Oh, shit. I think... Let's do this. Oh. Then we grab this. We grab this. Okay. We got that done. Now. If I do this... I should be able to run in here, do this, grab this, do this, grab this, and now he can't get me. Those are the keys. Whoop. I timed that wrong. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's grab this. Oh, he was still coming back. Okay. He's gonna... Yep, he's gonna do that. He can leave. We can grab that. Do that. Grab that. Do that. We can grab that. Do that. Okay, good. We can trap them again. Now what's in here? This whole world is a desert. Even the parts that look alive are just more sand. Everything is dead or dying. Anyone who tells you different is lying. We have chords, so I can turn something off. Okay. Let's just get these in here now. You shush. Turn you off. Turn you off. Turn you off and turn you off. I can sneak across here, get that done, and I'm safe. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Crisscross conundrum. I'm going to be crossing the beams. Alright, so you got obvious. How do I get to that one? Do I go through and around? Pardon me. Got another one there. Okay. Which gives me this. So I can now bring that there. I can bring this here. I don't need this one anymore. Okay, so that still works. guessing this is just a little relief from the last couple of ones we've been doing, which are a lot harder puzzles. So I didn't even need all three. So, yeah, you're probably supposed to use all three, but I found a nice angle that worked. Unless there's something I am missing. Like, just because there's no star in this level doesn't mean there's no purple key in this puzzle. I'll come back to it. I'll look up and see if I'm missing a purple key. Just doors and windows. Okay. We got 2 reds there. We got a crystal behind the thing. Fence. We got a red, which we can use to hit that one. We got nothing here. We keep connections. And I can run into here and grab this one. Which I can probably use to do that into that. Which means I can now grab... Thought I saw another one. I did. It's there. Okay. So I can grab this. That would have been a sneaky spot to put something. Okay, we got a window here. Wonder if that'll come in handy. There's nothing to do there. Any other windows? No. Need to do that. There we go. That gives me you. Chuck you there. Gives me you. Chuck you there. Was there another window over here? No. Okay. So I don't actually need this anymore. No. Just do that one. Then I have to window it through there. Okay. Okay, let's pick you up. Don't need to have you there. I need to have you here. you all the way through here. There we go. I was overcomplicating that one. So that's all 3 puzzles. Don't know why I'd opened that if I can't actually use it. So before I leave, I'm going to check to see if there's a purple key here. Because I didn't see any. Or am I in B7 right now? I don't know. Ah, hello. Guess I'll do this first. It's me again. Faith. Okay. I don't think that's gonna work. Do I lie? Sure. Hmm. So it does work. Sure. Is it just the MLA lying to me? Yep. Yes. Huh. Okay. What do we think is the best question to ask? That'd be a stupid thing. He just said that it was just him. Or it, not he. He's just gonna say Milton, he's just gonna say administrator, he's just gonna say AMIC program or something. You know what? I'm just gonna ask what's the tower. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna exit and see which world I'm in. Because I thought I am in 6. Okay. So there is one in here. Ah. how, pray tell, do I get up there? Whoa. But how do I get up there? I didn't see any way to get up. Maybe I'd try some parkour in here. Oh wow. I didn't actually expect that to work, to be honest. Like my next bet was to be going to look up exactly how to do it. How are we doing on time? And that's about good for this episode. So in the next episode we shall get through 7.
Hopefully that.
Right, so I got 2 stars in here. Okay. So yeah. Thanks for bearing with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.